Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie. Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Leos. Leo, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Leo as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. If you are seeing this, it was released early access on Patreon. Patreon also got early access this morning. This deck that you guys have been asking me about, my Everything Oracle deck, it is back in stock finally, but it does sell out really quickly. This and the Abundance Oil always sells out like within the first few hours of me posting it. So if you ever want to make sure you don't miss a release, I always release it first to Patreon early access before I do the public, so you have a better chance of getting this deck and any other products I release on my Patreon. Okay, so shout out to that, and shout out to you, Leo, because we have a Leo full moon happening. I think it's tomorrow, February 4th. But full moons are always a time of culmination and release. So you may be feeling a lot of emotions coming up, or you may be feeling maybe more tired. You could be feeling anything, honestly. Full moons are different for everyone depending on where it affects you in your chart. But if you have a Leo moon, especially sun, moon, or rising, you may be feeling the effects of this Leo full moon a lot. And honestly, just this feeling of tapping back into your confidence or releasing any self-limiting beliefs or any self-worth beliefs that need to be let go of, that were placed upon you by you or other people. All right, so with that being said, we're going to tap into your reading, and this will be like a special full moon type of reading. So we're going to start with what you need to surrender, as well as the blunt truth that I already pulled from. But let's see for Leo. What does Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, Leo placements need to release under this full moon? Tell us for the full moon in Leo. Surrender fear. What else does Leo need to surrender for this full moon? Oops. Haha. That's very on brand. The lion. Look, surrender to your full power. And there's a picture of a lion. We love the symbolism. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Okay. We have surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup, so you may approach the situation more calmly. In human design, we know frustration is not good for generators. And then surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So we'll keep these cards out here for now, and we will refer to them in the reading. And then the Blunt Truth Oracle, you have deep, intimate connection, 222. And then you have ask for more, you deserve it. Okay, your Leos. Your readings are always like centered around asking for more. Like they've been like that for like the last almost as long as I can remember. Like it's always like, Leo, you need more. Leo, you need more. You're not being selfish enough. You're not doing this enough. You need to stop settling. And it's just so crazy how like everybody's perception of Leo is that you guys are just so like arrogant and boastful and selfish and all these different things. But in all your readings, it's always about you settling. So it's like, who's lying? Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. Tough crowd. Okay, so ask for more, you deserve it. Let's clarify. And deep, intimate connection. Ask for more, you deserve it. And then we'll also clarify 333. Ancestral communication. You have that. Aquarius got that yesterday. Ask for more, you deserve it. Excuses are keeping you stagnant. You know what I just heard? I heard pridefulness. That's what I heard in my head. Now, one thing I will say is Leo definitely has a lot of pride, okay? Leos can be very prideful, and which keeps you very limited as well. Because if you cannot ask for the things that you need because of your pride, you cannot ask for help, you cannot put yourself out there because pride stops you. You care too much about how people are going to view you. You care too much about how you're going to be seen, how you're going to look. Then you will never actually get what you want because you're too worried about how you're going to look. Ask for more, you deserve it. Excuses are keeping you stagnant. There's a lot of excuses for why you can't do something right now, and you are burnt out. All right, because many of you trying to do everything yourself, or you're refusing to ask for help, you're refusing to connect or get another perspective on what else you need to do. You have stopped looking for love in the trash at the bottom of the deck. You had a deep, intimate connection here. But yeah, some of you just do need some more advice, or you need some more guidance. You're frustrated, you're angry, you're burnt out, you're bitter because you're trying to do everything yourself, or you're just trying to do things the way you want to do them, instead of like being like, let me ask somebody who knows what they're doing, or maybe somebody that may have more knowledge in a certain area than I. So I'm not just making excuses like, oh, it's just not working, or it's not working out for me. That's an excuse. There's always a way for something to work out, but it may not be the way you are used to doing it or the way you want to do it. You have to be open-minded to other people helping you in some way, shape, or form. Now, I know in the last reading I did for you guys, we talked a lot about you needing to keep things to yourself, right? And I did an extended reading for you on Patreon as well to kind of validate a few things with that. So this could be very tricky where you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to keep certain things to myself while also being open to help. So that's where, you guys are maybe struggling because you're like, I don't want to say too much of what I'm doing because I don't want to put my business out there. And now I'm working on that. But I also need some help and guidance. So I think it just comes down to using discernment to know who is really actually going to help you, or who is just going to like boggle you down. Like, like the people that you've already discussed certain things with, and they're haters, or like they're not really giving you anything of beneficial substance, you don't need to talk to them again. So it's just one of those things of being open to like new energy that you can talk to, or even like people that don't really know you like that. It may make you feel safer to express to them what's going on, or like what you need help with, or like maybe signing up for a class, or talking to your therapist, somebody that's not so close to you, that can help you and give you like real advice, unbiased advice. All right. So what do we have for advice for Leo with their excuses? What are they making excuses about what are they making excuses about that's keeping them stagnant? Oh my gosh. I can't even get out the sentence before y'all throwing the cards at me here. What is Leo? New love. The angels want you to focus on love and connection. A lot of you. Unfinished business. Wait, hold on. What is Leo's excuses? What are they making excuses about why they can't do something? Some of you don't have a car, or you need a car, something about transportation. Where does Leo need to ask for more? Where does Leo need to ask for more? Marriage or life partnership. A lot of you are playing it way too safe in your relationships, is what it's really telling me, that you need to like get out of these groups of people that you have. You have Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, a lot of you, what's holding you back is like the people around you more than anything, more than you. You are not holding yourself back as much as like the people that you have in your life. I see that your angels, your guides, the universe wants you to surrender to your full power when it comes to friends, and when it comes to relationships, romantically, marriage or life partnership. A lot of you have energies around you that are not healthy. Like they're very much unbalanced, or you have like a lot of like toxic third party stuff, or like there's like gossipy type of friends that are like very envious or jealous of you. And so when it comes down to manifestation, a lot of you need to be more intentional about like when you write your manifestations, or you're asking for the universe or God, whatever you believe in, to bring you new people, is being very intentional about saying, I want people that are very confident in themselves, not envious of me, people that allow me to be myself, people that do not feel threatened by me. Because a lot of you are just in these dynamics where you're like, I can't understand why people are always like jealous of me or like whatever. People are always jealous of Leo and Aquarius energy because you guys stand out, for what you do or what you don't do. You will stand out always. So you have to find people that are very secure within themselves. And for this full moon, I feel like you will have a lot of revelations in your life about people that you need to let go of, or that are not supportive or don't want to be connected to you, or are not good for you. And so therefore, there's a lot of releasing going on when it comes down to people in your life. Or just know, like, when you pray for certain things or you manifest certain things, like I want new friends, or I want, these types of people, or I want this type of job, you are going to lose some people as well. And when you do, just know that is the universe moving on your behalf and giving you what you ask for. Okay. So a lot of you are looking at your relationships, your jobs, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I have been like shortchanging myself. Like I have not received more because I have not asked for more. And that might be from the people already in my life, or that could be from just the universe asking for different things here. And so a lot of you do need to like get more confident and not be afraid to put out there exactly what you want. As far as like, you might be worried about, oh, maybe I'm just asking for too much. No, you can get whatever you want as long as you ask for it. You don't know what you can get until you ask. And that's the gift that Leo has, is being able to push those limits of seeing what's possible to attract. So what's the advice for Leo in regards to this? What's the advice for Leo in regards to asking for more, what they want? What I always say is, the worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. All right. Okay, so you have new job or increase. A lot of you are going to get a new job very, very soon. Some of you may have a job where you are teaching or you're being taught, or something about communication. But you have rest, healing, and then you have inner child trauma. All right. So the first thing I see here with the inner child trauma, a lot of you do have a lot of insecurity around not wanting to take up too much space, or not wanting to do too much, or people always trying to push you down or water you down or put you in a box. And so therefore you're like, I always feel like afraid to put myself out there, or to be myself, or of being judged, or being this or that. And so now the full moon in Leo is going to help you really release all these fears that you have, that come from your inner child and come from your past relationships. You have past or past life. Where'd it go? So yeah, from your past or your past life, if you have like a south node or north node in Leo, especially south node in Leo, this is from your past life. But yeah, a lot of insecurity, or people trying to like dim your light. That's usually a theme for Leo energy anyway. But you need to get into this place where you are taking time to heal and taking time to rest. Because again, full moons are about releasing. It's not about starting new things. It's about letting go first to make room for the new things. But I see a lot of like needing to let go of what you have that's not quite right here. And especially in regards to your relationships. I see a lot of you are just not fulfilled in your relationships right now. And some of you have not asked for what you want in your relationships. You're just, sticking it out because it's there. Or you have asked for it and it's not happening, and you're burning yourself out trying to make it happen, and you're very frustrated because you're not getting what you want out of it. And you only have like two options here. The first option is to stay in the situations that are very frustrating, to stay and, feel very limited, feel like you're not going to get anywhere. You feel like you lack confidence, low self-esteem. It's affecting you. And then the other option is to manifest a whole new situation, manifest new friends, a new job, new people, new things that are exactly in alignment with what you want, and you will not feel these things anymore. You will not feel frustrated. You will not feel lack of confidence. You will not feel defeated. You will not feel afraid. But the only thing with that is it does require you to let go of what is comfortable for you here. And it does come along with some disappointment that these opportunities, these people cannot give you what you wanted. But that's life. Okay. It does hurt sometimes. It hurts our ego, and it just hurts our pride, because you're like, well, I would do these things for other people. Why wouldn't they do them for me? Well, because we all are our own person, and it's not personal as it feels. People just love you. They do things to their capacity for you. They a lot of times do treat you how they feel about themselves. Not always 100% that's true, but like it is true in a lot of cases. They can't show up for you. Like, how do you expect people that can't even show up for themselves to show up for you? Please answer that question. If you can answer that, then I'll let you have it. But since I know you cannot, because it doesn't make sense, then it's time to kind of just put it aside. But literally, Spirit is telling you can have exactly what you want. You just haven't asked for it. A lot of you are just afraid to ask for it, or you're afraid to the truth to be revealed to you that the people you're currently around cannot give you what you're asking for. And that means you have to let them go. And that means you have to step outside your comfort zone again. But it's not at the cost of like you're losing. Really, you're gaining so much more when you make room for this. Okay. What else is coming towards Leo? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of like hindrance on past, especially with family. Some of you are needing to let go of family members here. Two of Swords. A lot of you are just not ready. You're not ready. You don't want to make this decision because it's a hard decision. It's not something that I see you want to do. A lot of you do not want to do this. You're like, is there a way around this? No. You're going to remain feeling very incomplete. You are. But I see you being much happier. I see you being so much happier once you finally do decide to close this up. World card in reverse. Close up this cycle. Make this choice. It's not going to be easy, though. But a lot of you know you're feeling that energy that this relationship, this job, whatever has been making you feel very small. And a lot of you subconsciously choose people that are going to make you small or feel small, or people that you can kind of hide behind. Okay? Leo, I hope you're listening. Hello? I'm trying to get your attention. A lot of you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, whoever, Leo placements, you subconsciously, your inner child, you subconsciously choose people that you can hide behind. This will never work. You choose people that you can hide behind. And that can be in any aspect, in your friendships, in your work relationships. That'll never work for you. Leo is ruled by the sun. What does the sun do? It lights up the sky. There is nowhere for the sun to hide. Behind the clouds, you can still see the sun. And so therefore, Leos, a lot of you, the full moon is illuminating for you where you've been hiding behind certain relationships, and you are feeling very, you're not feeling like yourself, or you're hiding behind your work. You're hiding behind something, and it's been like this for some time. You need relationships that allow you to shine. You need people that allow you to shine and stand out and take the lead and be yourself. And just, because some of you in your family life or growing up, there's been a lot of like telling you, oh, you're doing too much. Oh, you're too this. Oh, you're too that. Oh, you need to like let other people have their spotlight, have their whatever. So now it's like every time you're like subconsciously, you just like, okay, I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to speak up too much. I'm not going to do this and that and this and that. And Spirit is saying, surrender to your full power now, because you're not meant to hide. You're not a background character. Leo is a main character, and I always tell you guys this, but a lot of you have to come to that realization that a lot of the people that you've been choosing to be around, you've decided to hide behind them. And some of them, if you're trying to like now show up more, they're not going to like it because they liked you as a background character. So therefore, that means a lot of you do have to make this hard decision of letting them go, because you are not that. And when you do, you will find new people that allow you to shine and want you to be out there. Okay. All right. So let's get the last bit of advice for Leos. Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I see a lot of releasing old relationships right now. Breakups, makeups, Sun card in reverse. That's you, Leo. Ace of Cups reverse. A lot of self-love. Tell me more for advice in Leo. The World card, the Devil card, Capricorn. Okay. So yeah. You got the Queen of Wands. I see you're getting your self-confidence back, a lot of you. But it does mean that you have to let go of these relationships that make you feel less than confident. Manifester and manifesting generator in human design. You are meant to be informing. You are meant to take the lead in all your relationships. If you don't have relationships that allow you to lead and be yourself and be very confident, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, then that's not for you. You're going to always be angry. You're never going to feel that peace. You're never going to feel satisfied in your connections. When you inform and you take the lead and it's met with like resistance and arguments and whatever, no, that's not for you. If you are a generator and you're feeling so frustrated in your relationships because you cannot show up the way you want to, or you feel like you're pushing to get something out of a connection that is not there, and you're trying to convince yourself that you're satisfied, or you're trying to convince yourself that you're excited about it and you're just not, it's just mostly feelings of frustration, it's not for you. It's time to go. It's time to get out of it. Projectors, if you don't feel like a relationship is bringing you success, if it's not allowing you to shine and to thrive, and it's not allowing you to be in the spotlight and be seen, because projectors are meant to be seen. But if you're not feeling seen, then it's not for you. It's time to disconnect. Okay, if you're feeling bitter, you're feeling resentful, disconnect. If you are a reflector, and the same thing for you, if you just feel disappointed, like you are having to hide yourself, or you are hiding yourself in your relationships, and you're like, I feel invisible here. That's not what you're meant to feel. Any Leo placement in general, you're not meant to feel invisible at all. And a lot of you are seeing where you actually feel invisible right now. And you're like, this cannot go on. And you're understanding that it's coming from a lot of past trauma, why you feel invisible, or why you have been actually hiding yourself in some ways, or you have not been fully showing up. You haven't been saying what you really want, what you really feel, because of this fear of something. You tell me, what is it that you are afraid of? And what is the worst that can happen? When you really think about it all the way through, and you're like, okay, for many of you, it's not that it'll be just completely unsafe. It could be like limiting beliefs, or, maybe in the past when you tried to do this, it was met with like consequence from your parents. But now that you're an adult, where can you actually show up and you're not going to be met with like consequences? It's just fear surrounding it. You can like start trying to do that and come up and show up. Okay, so that's what we got for you, Leos. I think a lot of you are in this place where you already know this stuff. You're just trying to implement it now. Okay, so thank you guys again for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments down below. Get somebody to sign up to the Patreon today. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything. Happy full moon.